What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZBCN today. Zebec. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 28th day of June, and here we are at about 00358 right now. It is Saturday, the weekend, and I would expect, because it is the weekend, that we're going to see a little bit of boring price action, right? It's very possible that we could move down. We could see some fast movements. I mean, last weekend we did. We got some movements down, but I think that was in respect to, or in essence to, the Iran-U.S. conflict kicking up dust a little bit, right? Isn't that crazy that was like not even a week ago, right? Things have time moves so fast, man. It's crazy. The weekend before that, right? Saturday, Sunday, very very boring. Friday, Saturday, Sunday were all boring. We go to the weekend before that. Friday was nice. Saturday was a little bit of a dump. Sunday was a dump as well. So kind of exciting on that day too. 12% drop. We can move over the weekend, I suppose. It is possible, but I would think more so that this drop, the next low that we have, that's probably going to be seen next week, not this week, not by the end of this week here. If we're looking at this, which we are, on the daily time frame from a low, whoa, come on now, low to a high, the 382 is our most logical next target. And with the 382, typically in a strong move like this, right, I would think 10x in a 1 month time frame, 1 month and 1 week, would be a very bullish move indeed. In a bullish move, you typically do find support right at the 382, okay? Typically. But sometimes, and oftentimes enough, outside of just extremely bullish moves like this, when you find support at the 382, you'll wick below it and then you'll close above it. So if you wick below, if you go below 00296, 0029 itself, hell, go all the way down to 0027. You're still at a nice area to find support. I think you'll be fine. That doesn't mean you're condemned to lower prices. However, if you were to go lower than these areas, than this area here at the 382, if you were to go lower, it might make a hell of a lot of sense to go to the next fib, which is all the way down here at 0022. 00225, whatever you want to say, right? Right here, prior resistance just below that 0.5. To me, that makes a lot more sense right there at 0021, something like that. If we were to not find support around like 0029 or just below there, then this would be our next area. Prior areas of resistance become support. That's just kind of the name of the game. That's how it happens, right? A little bit of disrespect back here. If we were to take, I don't know, would we take any extensions here? Maybe. Let's see. Low to high. 2618's all the way down there. Very, very possible. That could be where we go. However, I don't know, man. Maybe that 1886 is where we're going to go. I've been seeing this a lot throughout the crypto space, not just the 1886 finding support and resistance, but from a high to a low. Some serendipitous moments where you find resistance at a certain fib area, 1886 to 200. Maybe you'll come down and you'll find support at this fib area, at the 1886 200, just there, just here, below this 1272, which is also just below the 382 of that low to high move, right? What we're looking for. What I was saying was very common to do. Low here, high here, 382 at 00295. Oftentimes you go just below there. What's just below there? This 1886 200, which is exactly where you just found resistance up here at your top. I don't know. It's serendipitous. It makes sense to me. So I think that you would go down there. Daily RSI looks bad. Makes sense that you would go lower. If we're going to go lower, from a low to a high here, the primary zone is the 1272 to the 1618, which takes you at least down to 00291 to 00259. From this low to high here, that's your kind of primary target. Looking like you want to go lower, so I mean that's a very legible area there. The more that I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking we do go a little bit below 0029. But maybe not. Maybe still hold like that or above it, but in that area nonetheless, right? That's still the call. If it's not, if I'm off by like 5%, screw me, man. I guess I'm terrible and TA doesn't matter, and I just hate ZBCN. That's the only logical reason why I was off by 5%. I don't know. Moving down a little bit, let's see. Get a high to low here just to validate that we are moving down, because you never know, you could find support. Yeah, I think you're going lower, man. Let's take another high to low, or low to high real quick. Yeah, getting above the golden ratio and back below it's not a good look. A bit extreme. Typically whenever you rip through the golden ratio like this, you find support here. You would expect to go a little bit higher, coming back below the golden ratio, not going as high, that just adds to the fact that you're probably not in a bullish circumstance right now. I like what you're doing in the RSI, but it's not good enough, apparently, right? 1 hour time frame looks bad. Oversold, overbought, little volatile, sure, but still looks like it wants to go lower. So, yeah, confident that we're going lower. After that, we have some very bullish comeuppance to happen, okay? It's going to be a matter of no time at all. I don't know if this is a bull flag. I mean, if we were to drop down, right, over the coming week, down to this area, I suppose it still would look like a bull flag, right? Lower high, lower highs, lower lows, something like that. If it is a bull flag, where do you measure from? That's kind of the question, right? Like overall, if we're on a weekly time frame, I feel like it would be very obvious that you would measure from this low, but maybe measure from this low. Let's take both of our measurements, okay? And then we'll line them up with fibs and see if it agrees with anything there. Low here. Oh, but we don't have our low yet, so that's going to throw it off a little bit. We'll put the low, we'll put it below where I would expect it to. That way we're getting conservative estimates, not overly bullish estimates. So 2.7 cents. Let's just do that. Put it right around there. That might include a target of about 2.8 cents for the next high, or 1.35 cents. Let's take a high to low here. That one lines up with this 886 area. That one goes just above the 2272. They're both perfect. Yeah, I think any of that is fine. Something between 1.38 cents to maybe just below 3 cents makes a lot of sense to me. If we don't find resistance there, it's very possible that you go higher, right? We're just running with this hypothetical bull flag. Maybe it's a bull flag, maybe it's not, whatever. You very well could go higher. The highest I'd give you is probably about 4.4 cents based off of this chart here. Though I think, isn't it different on the Bybit chart? Let's look real quick. I would trust this one a little bit more. 4.7 cents. So yeah, just below 5 cents at your maximum, just below 1.5 cents at your minimum. That's my expectation. I don't have anything, and then that, again, that'll probably be in like August or late July at the very least. So I got nothing else for you guys. A little bit lower to go. Expect it to happen next week, if not the following week. Time will tell. But you're getting to the end of this. This downtrend is almost over, right? If you're bullish here, just understand you're dealing with a very bearish candle right now on the weekly time frame. That's pretty damn significant. I would not be bullish here. The last time, I mean, whenever you saw a candle like this before, the last time we saw a candle like this here was all the way over here and you dropped. Or maybe it was right here and you dropped, right? It's not a friendly candle to have. It means we're going lower. All right, take care. Bye-bye.